Hello, everyone. Hello, I'm Trooper SJP, and this is the Academic Foxhole. And my mustache is a little scruffy. I'm so sorry. I had to put on my, my mask. You know the mask when you step outside? I had to put on my mask, and every time I put on my mask, it ruins my handlebar mustache. It's one of the difficulties of making sure that you wear a mask so as not to endanger other people or yourself. And I realize it's a huge suffering that I have to go through. Like, it just ruins my mustache. It really does. But you know what, though? I wear the mask anyway because wearing a mask is important. That's all I'm saying. So I will even sacrifice having my mustache, which I curled very carefully this morning, ruined by masks because I'm a good citizen. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying if I can be here in front of you all with a questionable mustache, that's all I'm saying. Just saying, wear a mask. Hey everybody, don't overdose on coffee, Ice Bunny. Don't do it. Hey, Origami Shuriken, Verum, Ice Bunny, Scabanak, Barantor. Oh, thanks. Yeah, actually, Barantor said that he liked my jacket, and I thought I'd tell you, I got this from my dad. This was my dad's jacket. He had it, he had it back in the way day, and he gave it to me, and now I wear it because it is kind of cold in my apartment. So, yeah, that's what it is. The painter will be at the door at 7:30. Your thing with the painter, like, that is, your painter, man. Your painter, Ice Bunny, I hope your painter finally arrives because that's ridiculous. Barantor said, yeah, I finally shaved off my beard since it kept pulling my face off, my face mask off. Yeah, I'm trying to keep it trimmed, although Origami Shuriken said I look cozy, and I actually feel cozy, so I'm feeling pretty good. I wanted to say that I saw some old photograph of myself from a while ago when I still was rocking hair on the top of my head, and I was like, I had a fresh haircut in this photograph, and it was when I was wearing a Van Dyke rather than a beard and a handlebar. And I had like a Van Dyke. I had some like pretty long sideburns, and I was like, oh yeah, that was a good look. I enjoyed that look. And then I was thinking, look, I'm gonna tell you all. This is like really serious. It's not that serious. It's actually not serious at all. That's not the point. But I have a question. I wanted to tell you something. I may be one of the people who do not need to wear one, but I will anyways. Yeah, I'm gonna wear it. Krellin, I don't know how you can even stand yourself, Trooper. Your mustache is ruined. Krellin, it's true. It's really like, I don't even want to look at it. I'm trying not to look right over there where the monitors are, where the OBS is, because I know that my mustache is ruined, and I know it. And it happened yesterday too, because I had to go get my weekly COVID test yesterday. So I went, and also my mustache was ruined. It was just it's very distressing and traumatic. Verk says hello. Say hello to Verk, please. Thank you. Anarch Debate says, wearing a mask is good. I agree. I take bus where I go to town, and someone who gets car sick and gets hard to breathe, the mask makes it worse, but I still wear a mask because it's important. It is. The Van Dyke is a cool look. Okay, so Barantor, this is what I wanted to ask you a question about. Well, all of y'all. Ice Bunny says, she got the information today, so someone forgot to tell her to call me. Oh. I feel so sorry. Thank you. I appreciate that. Jared says, Van Dyke was my favorite as it's still neat without having to shave my upper lip or chin. Well, this would be a full Van Dyke, not just the goatee. Oh, yeah. No, I just misread you, and I got it. Yeah, so here's my dilemma. I feel like I need your advice. Here's what it is. Right now, I'm rocking beard, handlebar mustache. That's what I'm. Anarch's like, weekly COVID test? Aren't they over 200? Oh, Monkey's here. Oh, hey, Monkey. Krellin, say hi to Monk. Say hi to Monk for me. It was, so I have to, because I work at a university, I have to go and get a COVID test every week. And it's just what I have to do. It's a surveillance test, so I imagine it's cheaper than like the full-on take the Q-tip and put it into your brain and then stab your brain with the Q-tip and die sort of COVID test. It's a less invasive one, but it still involves a Q-tip in my nose, and I have to take that every week. Although the thing is, the thing is that I really shouldn't have to take it every week because I don't go to campus that often. And as a person, like, because basically I teach remotely. I do not see my students face to face in person. I see them only through Zoom. And I do go onto campus, you know, a little bit, but not that often for like some work stuff. So I really shouldn't have to be taking my test every week. And I talked to somebody about it, and it turns out they're going to switch it up so I only have to take it every other week. What? The name game. Come on, everybody. Wait, pause. I was thinking about music the other day that is related to the name game. And before I finished this, it was, I was thinking about Motown. I was listening to some Motown. Don't let me forget. The name game. Come on, everybody. I said, now let's play a game. I bet you I can make a rhyme out of anybody's name. The first letter of the name, I treat it like it wasn't there. And then a B or an F, or an M will appear. And then I say Bo out of B, then I say the name, then banana, fanner, and foe. And then I say the name again with an F, very plain, then a fee, fi, and a mo. And then I say the name again with an M this time, and there isn't any name that I can't rhyme. Atomica, atomica, banana, fana, atomica, fee, fi, atomica. Atomica, Skabanak, bobabadak, banana, fana, fabanak, fee, fi, mabadak. Skabanak. Woo! Thank you both for those resubs. Atomic says, I had the stick up my nose test. It was an experience. I feel like, Atomica, when you say it was an experience and you do not include an adjective, my mind is filling in a terrible experience, an uncomfortable experience, a very distressing experience, because I feel like if it was an awesome experience, you would have said. I'm just having this feeling that, you know, the experience wasn't awesome. And also Skabanak is like, well, while you're doing the name games, thank you. Atomic's like, I love Motown so much. Me too. Yo, yeah. So it was this like, look, it's a distracting thing, and I'm gonna tell you though. But before, I wanted to say, so here's the thing. Here's my question. I'm hanging out with you all. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're here. I don't leave my apartment hardly ever, except to take my weekly COVID test, which will be fortnightly now. What do you think? Do I dye my beard blue again? Because it's like long enough. I can do it. Like, I can get it. I can bleach it and dye it. Do I bleach and dye my beard and mustache blue again, as I have done in the past? Is this the time for me to do this? Or do I go back to a Van Dyke? That's my question. Do I go back to a Van Dyke? Do I keep my beard and dye it blue? If I go to a Van Dyke, do I, this is very scandalous. I don't know if I can handle this right now. No, I can't do that. I can't even have that conversation with you all. Because I was like, well, because the Van Dyke I had was actually connected. Like, it was connected. It was like, you know, the beard and mustache were connected as opposed to disconnected. But if I connected them, then I'd have to get rid of my handlebar. And I've worked so hard on my handlebar. Although right now, with the mask time, my handlebar's not having good times at all. It just gets ruined. And then you see me in public and you're like, shame, like in Game of Thrones. So, do I dye my beard and mustache blue, but keep the beard and mustache? Do I go for a goatee and handlebar mustache, disconnected, or do I go for a Van Dyke, connected, but then lose my handlebar? These are the questions I have for you. I would love your input because, you know, because I'm undecided, and also whatever it is that will happen, I can also grow it back. So life is, you know, fine. So anyway, that's what I want. I want your thoughts on that. Oh wait, or sorry, there's another actual option. Sorry, there's another option, and that is, and this is actually an option that's difficult because basically, we have conflicts of interest. We have some conflicts of interest going on. Yeah. A connected Van Dyke is a circle beard. A real Van Dyke has a handlebar. Oh, Krellin, thank you. The question is a blue Van Dyke not an option? I suppose it could. I mean, I suppose I could blue Van Dyke it. It's just that that's like a lot of waste of bleach. Although I could blue Van Dyke. That could be interesting. I don't think I've had a blue Van Dyke before. How would I feel about a blue Van Dyke? What if I love a blue Van Dyke? What if that's what I want? What if what I want is a blue Van Dyke? What if that has been... What if that's it? What if that's it? What if that's what I want? Oh my gosh. That's a good point. Jer says, one time I sneezed while eating spaghetti and a noodle went up my nose. I feel like it would be a similar experience. That does not feel like an experience I want, although I understand it because I've had it. Not a noodle, but I think it was, I don't know what it was, but I sneezed when I was eating something and went up my nose, soft palate, didn't like it. Atomica says, I would say it was one of the top 5 weirdest experiences of my life. It didn't hurt, and I wouldn't want to do it again, but if I had to, I'd be like, I need to pay attention to the weirdness to figure out why it feels so weird. Yeah, actually, Atomica, you sound like me right now, where when you're having a really weird experience, you get really in your head about it. You're like, let me figure out what that weird experience is like. Yeah, no, I'm very much like that. Ice Bunny says, I think I'll go to a local shopping center, and when I get too much, I get a drink at Starbucks or go Raw 52 and get a tiny break. We're talking about the blue scandal. Bluebeard has not a great association. Anarch Dovey. But here's the thing. I don't even know what's up with that. You're saying that so did I tell you that I was married before? Did I tell you that? I was married a couple times, like 13, 14, 15 times. And what's really weird though is that all of my wives just disappeared. Like I would go off traveling. It's a thing I do. I'd go traveling. I also have this apartment doesn't look like a really big place, but it's actually huge. It's like I've got multiple rooms. I've got a lot of rooms, but I'm kind of like, anyway, I leave my wife at home and I'm like, hey wife, just don't go in that one room because it's, it's where I keep stuff. Anyway, so I come back and she's just missing. It's weird. It's happened like 15 times now. I don't even know what to do about it. I don't know what to do. I don't know what's going on. I certainly am not a serial killer, just for the record, just in case you wanted to know, in case you were curious. The shame game. ¿Por qué no los dos? If you got rid of your handlebar, it wouldn't work as well. I think you're right. I think I feel like I keep the handlebar. Van Dyke is my vote, blue or not. Vote is a blue Van Dyke. Yes, I think, hey Anio, I think maybe you're all right. I feel like I'm gonna go a little bit wild, and I think I'm gonna do that. I think this is gonna be, except I have to tell you one other option. There's one other option, but I think we already know the answer. We already know the answer, but I have to give you the one more option anyway, right? But I think we know the answer. Verum said, I sneeze a lot at unbelievable levels at times. I recently had a rice grain in my nose. Ooh, I wonder if that's what sand in an oyster feels like. Maybe. Yeah, no, I love sideburns. Like, I'm a super sideburn person. I love them so much. Sideburns make me very happy in my life. A lot. And so then we have to have another conversation. It's gonna be like, I'm sorry that happened to you, Bluebeard Trooper. I know. What happened? Like, why do they just all run away? And blue sideburns. ARPG Bluebeard's Bride. Am I housing an elder god? I might be. I mean, I haven't met a couple of your spouses, haven't I? You have. It's weird. What happens, Origami? Maybe you should stop keeping a devil dog in that... Krellin, maybe I should stop keeping a devil dog in that room. Maybe that has been my problem all along. It's just that the devil dog likes that room, you know? Atomica says, I was half paying attention and you just made me have about a dozen heart attacks of confusion. It's fine. I'm like the Swiss officially neutral, says iShield. Thank you. That brings me to the time that I threw up a ghost pepper laced milk through my nose. Ooh. iShield's like, that was an experience. Yeah. Ooh. Atomica says, all I heard while prepping food was, I was married once, and then I had to realize it was a bit. And I was like, wait, how did I not know this? Wasn't he mad about those women in the military? Yes. Like, my trooper continuity got so confuzzled. Yeah, no, it was a bit. It was a bit. It was a bit. Blue Van Dyke with Burnside size blues. Yeah, so, yes. I have information about that too. So here's the thing. can I ask you a question? This is really serious. This is like a very serious question. 2 points. One is more serious than the other one, because one I already know the answer to, but the other one I really need your advice on. So, point 1. My character in the Game of Thrones game, Maester Nymor, I think Maester Nymor would have like a little bit of like a little soul patch and just a mustache, but otherwise be clean shaven, because he's like, you know, Dornish and he's that way. So I feel like you'd have the mustache and you'd have like a little bit of like either like a line sort of in a very kind of musketeer way, or like either a short one or a long one. That's what he would have. But Ezrin, my character in The Witcher, has a full beard. Not a full beard, but he has a short cropped beard. And Ramos is clean shaven. So basically, I'm playing currently 3 different characters. Four different characters. And my regimental character is also clean shaven, but I'm not going to get rid of the mustache. That's just not going to happen. So the question is, do I just not worry about it? Like, do I go for a Nymor facial hair, but that will mean that, or do I not? I really need your thoughts on this. Do I just like, do I not keep the goatee and go a little bit musketeer, or do I just keep the goatee and the full mustache? I really need I need your thought on that, although I feel like the answer is goatee. Like, I feel like that's the answer. So I feel like that was an easy one, but I wanted to ask your advice on that one because, you know, I care. Speaking of your wife, JP, I'm jimmying on Goblin Katie's channel. Oh, Origami, you should tell us when and where. Everyone in North America seems to have fruit flies this fall. Yeah, right? That's what happened. Thank you. I don't know what happened. I was like, what is this fruit fly doing here? But I just killed it. Thank you. I just killed it. It's fine. RP Secret, you don't have to look your... No, that's fair. You vote goatee. It's fine. It's raining so hard right now, I'm going to sleep. Yeah. Okay. All right. So now let me ask you the more serious question. And this is like a really serious question. Any look that gets you closer to the evil Chancellor look gets a thumbs up. I think that's fair. So before we get into Wandersong, I need to ask you this really important question. It's really important. It's like a serious question. Hey, Schmelzer. Grüß Gott. Wie geht's? All right. So look, serious question. It's like one of the most serious questions I could probably ever ask you all because it's serious. All right. Something you should know. I got the beard right now, right? But in my life, I love sideburns. Like, I love sideburns. I would do the goatee and mustache because then I could have awesome sideburns, and I'd usually keep them kind of long. Like, they like, you know, I gotta maybe go down to like here. I would do like just exciting sideburn things. I love them. I love a good sideburn. But ever since I started shaving my head, which by the way I need to do again because clearly I'm scruffy, I've not had sideburns since I've shaved my head, you know, because I've been going for a full beard or whatever. But my question to you is, so there was a character on the British soap opera EastEnders who had a fully shaved head but did have sideburns. Do you think I can have sideburns and also have a shaved head? Is that okay? Am I allowed to have both sideburns and a shaved head? Like, I would probably keep the sideburn like right above, so that sideburn would just like curl right around the ear is what I would probably do. Like, because right now my sideburn is kind of low. It's a beard, right? So my beard is a little bit low, but if I have the sideburns, I think I just probably take it up to right about there so that like the line would hit where the top of my ear is. So it would like just like hit right there. So this is my question. Can I have sideburns? Can I have them? I need to know. Can I have sideburns? Yes? Who's gonna tell me no? Oh, okay. Okay. Will you let your cheeks ride a little bit long on the sideburns? I think of them super long like Chester A. Arthur. You have your right sideburn shaved into an S, the left sideburn saved into a P. I feel so awkward without facial. I know, right? I cannot have a naked face. So you know what? You all are encouraging me. You're encouraging me right now. That's wild. Okay, you know what? Oh, you're running Burn Bright. Oh, nice. During the Critical Tits charity stream for Breast Cancer Research Foundation at 5 p.m. Okay, we should go visit you. So that's it. I mean, here's the thing. You all have emboldened me, everyone, to do a thing that I've like, and I don't think I would grow them super out, mainly because my hair is not particularly straight, you know, and like if it grows out too long, it starts getting a bit weird. I can let it go a little bit of time, but like if it goes too far, it gets a little bit strange. So I think I'm gonna just, and I don't know what I'm gonna shave them like. I don't know yet. Here, I'm giving you the side look. I don't know if I'm gonna go sort of like out or if I'll cut down and then over. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna go like full on Star Trek, but like you have given me permission to get all sideburn on you all, and you don't know how much I love sideburns. You just don't know. You don't know. But I'm gonna tell you the answer is a lot. So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go and get my sideburns back. And that's it. And I love you all for giving me, letting me know it's okay. And then if we don't like it, we'll just change it. That's it. That's it. You were supposed to tell me what you thought, if you thought it would be a good idea or not. And then you all said yes. Burke says, yes, you can if they are connected to a beard. Since he has facial hair as he styles, I thought I'd ask him. But so here's the thing. If you have a beard, well, then you don't really need, well, then I just like, because right now I just have a beard. You know what I mean? But if I had the sideburns, then I wouldn't have a beard anymore, because then I would have like, maybe I have a Van Dyke or a goatee or something. But then I wouldn't have a beard. I mean, I could always go like chin strap, but that's still a beard. I think I would dye this. I think I would dye the whole thing, and then I would like trim to make it look exciting. That's all. This is what I think I would do. Okay, we're very exciting. I'm excited by this. Okay, now I have to give you I used to do karaoke with this guy named Mutton Chops. Nice. His sideburns were so thick you could stick your entire finger in and barely touch his head. Okay, that's awesome. So I need to tell you a couple more things before we start. Just a couple more things before we start. It's important. One, I'm not starting Overlight until mid-November, so we have a little bit of time. That's the first thing that I need to tell you. So we have a little bit of time. I think we're still going to finish the game today, but we have a little bit of time. The next thing I have to tell you, and this is like the most important thing I have to tell you. Okay, look, you all need to remind me that I need to leave stream today at 9:30. Like, I have to be off the stream at 9:30 because, no, I don't want to braid it Viking style. I don't think my hair is well suited to it. So I have to be off the stream at 9:30 today, and here is why. I have to have a meeting with one of my students. So one of my students needs to talk to me about their final paper, and at 9:30 tonight is when they can meet with me. So I'm going to be Zooming with one of my students at 9:30-ish. So I got to get off at 9:30 so I can Zoom with my student. And then I will be hosting Critical Role at 10 p.m. on this channel so that we can hang out and chat. That's what we're going to do. Hey, Crit Witch. So you'll have been harassed for half an hour by then. I feel like the start of the stream is to rate your own character. It is. It's just like we need to start telling you around 8:30. I am still hosting Critical Role, and I will be like peeping at it. I mean, I don't know how long this meeting's going to go. Knowing me, it could go a time period, but I'm going to be hosting Critical Role because I'm going to get off the stream. Hopefully, I hope the meeting won't take more than an hour. Because if it doesn't, then I can, you know what I mean? Like, that's my hope. I mean, maybe if I'm lucky, it'll be a half hour, and I'll be just right on time for Critical Role. But I'll be hosting. It's just that I have to meet with one of my students. Are you allowed to be a supervisor as a guest teacher? Thanks, Atomica. Am I allowed to be a supervisor as a guest teacher? It depends on what you mean by supervisor. If you mean, am I allowed to be an advisor? In terms of like, because I don't think we have advisors. We have different kinds of advisors. We have, by the way, I'm going to just start Wandersong right now, even though you and I both know it's going to get bad. We have more than one kind of advisor. In the US, we have your academic advisor, and they're the person that helps you picking your classes and gives you advice about your life and what you're going to do with your life and who you are and what you're about and what classes you should take and talk to you about your problems and whatnot. I know it's Miriam with a broom. So we have that kind of advisor, which is the academic advisor, and they usually stay with you. Well, actually, okay, sorry. a lot of, not all places in the US, depending on what level of school you're at and what's going on and how much money they have and all that business, there are 3 different types of advisors that you might actually have. Yes, and those are your pre-major advisor, which is the person who advises you on your classes and your life and everything going on before you declare your major. So if you're doing pre-major advising, you'll probably have that person for 2 years maximum. And then you have your major advisor, who advises you on your classes and your life, but is in the same major as the one that is in the department of the major that you're majoring in. And they can give you like more specific advice because they're helping you through your major, as well as in addition to your general stuff. And then we have thesis advisors, and those are the people who do not advise you on your classes, but they help you with your thesis, your final project. Yeah, like whatever your final project is, your senior honors thesis, your master's thesis, your PhD thesis. And hey, Prax. And Prax. And as a guest teacher, generally speaking, I would not be doing pre-major advising or major advising because I'll only be there for a year. And if you're only there for a year, you're like a person's undergraduate career is like 4 years, right? So generally speaking, I would not be doing academic advising as a guest professor. However, I have done I was a guest professor at the College of William and Mary, and when I was for 1 year, only 1 year, but when I was there, I did actually do thesis advising for people who were going to graduate that year. So somebody who was like, "I'm going to graduate this year. I'm here, and you're here for this year. Can you be my thesis advisor?" And so I have done thesis advising as a visiting person. I would say, for the record, however, if it's an undergraduate, I think it's fine. Let me rewind for a moment. I actually think it's maybe not ideal to have a visiting person be your thesis advisor, like your main thesis advisor. I don't recommend it because it's okay if you're an undergrad because, oh, that's weird. Okay, weird, because it's okay as an undergraduate. It's all right. It's okay. I did it when I was at William and Mary mainly because I was at William and Mary because everybody was on leave and there just weren't people there, and so they needed people to do the advising, so I did. But ideally, you would not have a visiting person as your head thesis advisor, because one of the most important things, and certainly not for, I would never say yes to be somebody's head thesis, and actually I don't think it's allowed. For like a PhD thesis, I just don't think you can do it. And for a master's thesis, I think you can, but I wouldn't, because one of the things that your thesis advisor's job is to get you, like if it's a master's program, to get you into a PhD program, and if it's a PhD program, it's to get you a job. And so it's not really great to have a thesis advisor who's only there for that 1 year. It would be better to have a person who is there more long term, so that you can get letters of recommendation and get all that kind of advice and all that stuff. But as a visiting person, I would have no problem being somebody's outside committee member, right? Like if somebody wanted me to be their committee member, I would totally do that, no problem. I would do it for an undergraduate because it's a little bit less, the stakes are less high there, and like it's still fine, especially if there was an actual need. If it were a master's student, maybe, depending on how bad the need was. But for master's student and a doctoral student, I would probably just want to be their outside committee member, is what I would say. That's what I would say. Yeah, so see, Atomica, for me, I take my responsibility as an advisor very, very seriously, hence why I'm having a meeting with a student at 9:30 tonight. So, I care about that sort of stuff. So I always want to make sure that I do what's right by the students and give them the best chance to succeed in their lives. That's really important to me. Which is why sometimes people have asked me to be their main advisor, and I have said no, I have said I will not be your main advisor, but I'll be like your second reader, because I think that politically what you probably need is this other person to be your main advisor. I mean, I'll be your second reader and I'll still advise you, but you kind of need this other person's name, number one, because for what you're doing, that person will be better, right? So like I try to take that responsibility very seriously. Ice Bunny says, classes are mandatory, and for the exams, your teacher is allowed to help you for 1 hour and support you when you have problems with your papers. And for the BA and MA paper, we are allowed to ask the teaching staff that is part of the institute. Yeah, we have something slightly different going on. He's already playing the game. Guess he's serious about finishing the game this week. What did I miss? Not much. I just walked upstairs. That's all that has happened. I've just walked upstairs. And facial hair talk. We talked about facial hair talk. That was the big talk. Was about facial hair. So yeah, mostly it's just been about yeah. So like with us, classes are our university system is just really different than you got over there. Ice Bunny. It's just a very different. No, we haven't talked to anyone yet. That's a person we could talk to though. I just want to see what's on the other side of the. Okay. I've talked to zero characters. Is no. I have to be gone by. I have to be out of here by 9:30 so I can talk to a student. That's the big thing. And there's something else. I cannot talk to this person yet because there's a thought. Long story short, Trooper's probably going to change his facial hair to a blue Van Dyke with sideburns, and overlight's not starting for another couple weeks. Yes. Yeah, that's right, Ice Bunny. A lot of places will specialize in the beginning as an undergraduate, like that you, like I know in England and I think Germany, you actually apply for a major, right? So like you apply to be a German studies major, or you apply to be, biology major. But in the US, generally speaking, you apply to go to the college, and then you come in undecided, and you have basically 2 years to decide what your major is going to be. And they actually, there's usually distribution requirements or gen eds where you have to take classes outside of what your interest might be so that you are a more well-rounded person, and then you decide what your major is, and then you finish your major, or you have a double major. Like you can have multiple majors if you like. You can do that too. Yes. I did that, but only because it was a new program. Yeah. Once you get to a master's or PhD program, then you must specialize. Like that's that idea that you go in and you're specialized. That's what we do during our master's and PhD. But during our undergraduate, with the exception maybe of engineering, it's mostly you kind of go in and you. Now, many students go in and they already know what they want to do, and they might declare early, but you don't have to. And I always discourage my students from declaring early because I feel like they should like check it out a little bit. Yes, in Denmark too, and then you take like 15 or 30, etc. points. Yeah, and for us it's usually oh good. I will see you. I'll see you for a critical role. In the U.S., you just take mandatory classes until the dean threatens to kick you out. Right. Yeah. So with us, it's a bit of but usually you have to take half of your course, like in my school, they've changed the numbering, but I'm just going to say, for example, you have to take 34 classes. And when I was in my undergraduate, you had to take 34, I think, and 15 of them had to be outside of your major. You had to take 15 classes outside of your major. You could take more than 34 and take more in your major, but they really want you to take classes not in your major to sort of be broad. And also, like, if you want to be Phi Beta Kappa, which is like an intellectual academic honor society, you cannot be Phi Beta Kappa unless you take math and science and English. Like you actually have to do. Oh, this music's weird, people. Yeah, the music's weird. That seems bad. You have to sort of do broadly. You can't get, like, if you get all A's but you didn't do any math, you're not getting into Phi Beta Kappa, because it's the idea of the liberal arts education that you get a broader education. Oh, this is weird. In Sweden, it seems pretty solidly apply for a major. My uni in Scotland was kind of a mix. Oh, that's interesting. You applied for a major, but the first 2 years switching seemed pretty flexible. Oh, that's interesting. I had a friend of mine who applied for German studies, but then changed her mind and she had to actually leave the college and then reapply in the new major. And then I don't think she got into that major. I think she wanted to do history. So then she had to reapply under a different major. So basically, like, she had to leave the school and then come back in. Yeah. 15 classes that you may not use. Ice Bunny, that's not our mindset. It's not our mindset. So is that outside of basics then? Someone wind it back up. Yeah, it's like, no, 15 not in your major, including the basics. I was in and out in 4 years. It was that or not get the special piece of paper due to lack of monies. Yeah. So no, so I spent the idea that 15 classes you may not use goes against the whole idea of liberal arts, right? So the idea of the liberal arts, I failed my engineering attempt and that uni. Then I changed majors and eventually got an MS. Oh, interesting. Yeah, so what I would say is the ideology of a liberal arts education is that those classes are important to making you a well-rounded human being. Now, it's getting a little bit difficult because we're getting, like, neoliberalism is like moving into the university, which is making it more difficult. But the idea is that your point, it's like this is not like job training. It's to make you a well-rounded citizen with larger sort of meta skills will allow you to be more flexible and to move around and to do many things in your life because you may not have just one job for the rest of your life. So that the idea that if you are going to be a doctor, so you're pre-med, it's actually still good for you to maybe know something about music or literature or history. If you want to be a history major, it's still probably good for you to know math, right? So the idea that that it's actually just good for you as a human being to know more stuff, that it's good for you to know how to write or know some basics of science so that when people say weird things about science on television, you might have some idea what is going on there. And so it's the idea that it actually makes that if you take classes more broadly, you'll be able to be more innovative, come up with more new ideas, sort of come up with ideas that you hadn't thought about before, and right that there's a value to not only knowing one thing, that there's a value in knowing multiple things. Liberal here means books. Yes, thank you, Prax. It means books, not a political philosophy. Yeah, no, that's yeah, yes. Ice Bunny says, I knew from the 1 year high school I wanted to go into the humanities, so biology was a pain in the butt. But we don't, like, the philosophy of the liberal arts college is that it's not good for you not to. So, for example, there are two types of people that I have known that have complained about gen eds. English majors who don't want to do math or science because they don't think they don't need to know anything about math or science, or math or science people who think they don't need to know how to write. And they both do, right? Like, maybe you don't, like, if you're a science person, you don't want to know how to write something, you should still know how to write something because you're going to have to write grants, and being able to communicate effectively through writing is not bad. If you're an English person, and, like, remember, I was a music major, right? It's still good for you to maybe know some of the basics of biology or human anatomy or nature science or math, and also a lot of things count for math. I took computer science is what I did. For my math requirement, I took computer science, and can I tell you how great it was for me as, like, a music major, music and German studies. Those computer science classes were great, and I still use them today, and I think I've been I've been expanded that I know how to program in Java, and now I've been teaching myself Python and all of that. So it's like, it's good, like, it's a good thing. And I know that some students don't want to do anything other than their one major, but the thing is, that's what you think you want to do when you first start. You might, I mean, I don't know how many students I can tell. I know so many students who walked into college and they're like, my major's going to be X. I only want to do X. And then they take some gen eds, including classes that do not exist when they are in high school. Like, because in high school, most high schools don't have philosophy classes. Some do, but most don't. Most high schools don't have musicology classes or or sociology, many things you don't get in high school at all. And you may not even know that they exist. You go into college and then you take this class you didn't know anything about and it becomes your love. And I know so many people who walked into college thinking they were going to do major A, and then they realize actually that this major B is the thing that they really love. And because you're coming into a liberal arts college, you can do that, right? That is a thing that you can do as long as your parents aren't weird to you, you know. Shavai says, I also think many university degrees in Sweden aren't exactly tied to the degree levels. That there are a lot of programs that are 5-year programs. So you apply for, let's say, an engineering program from the start, and that program is 5 years or whatever. Oh, that's interesting, yeah. Critwitch says, the hardest classes, philosophy class and a lit analysis class. Made me think too much out of my major, something Trooper and Pract would thrive in. Yeah, yes. Tomek says, I still feel so weird attempting college so late. Oh, no, don't worry. I started college late, too. But I'm thinking being older will be an advantage to my mentality going in. Atomica, I will tell you something from me to you. I found that being a non-traditionally aged student was actually really good. I was way more prepared to do college because I'd been in the Army for 4 years and worked. I was settled in a particular way that I did not get good grades in high school, but I got really good grades in college. But I think it's because I had actually taken time away, and there were a lot of non-traditional age students at my university. Had like 30% of our students were non-traditional age, which is somebody 25 and older. And it was great. It was great having people in the classroom who are not traditionally aged. They have a completely different perspective. I love it. A couple years ago, I had these people in my class who were in their 70s, and it was the history of rock and roll, and they were in their 70s, and can I tell you how great it was to have them in the class? They had so many things they could add that, like, I certainly couldn't add, and my students couldn't add, because they were 70 years old, and they had these different experiences, and I always find having age diversity in the classroom just makes the classroom just much better, and it's better for everybody. So, like, I'm a fan of that, is what I'm trying to say. I'm a fan. He taught me nothing. I didn't know more than him. That's funny. Shavai says, I used to focus pretty hard on my major during my first year. Later on, I realized the benefit of going a bit broader. There's a story about Steve Jobs here. Wizard Style says, I used to skip a lot of classes, mainly math and physics, in school that I thought I would never need because I wanted to study sociology in uni. Well, I dropped out. Then I went back for a different degree, and now I'm about to finish a PhD in computational biology. Wizard Styles, rock on. That sounds amazing. That sounds amazing. I love that. Good for you. Like, also, getting a PhD is hard. It's a lot of hard work. It can be lonely. It can be frustrating. The kind of work it takes is like super intense. And so I want you to know that if you're having a hard time at the time of COVID, getting your PhD, it is normal. Be kind to yourself and just know it's a hard thing. And I honor the difficulty. Prax says, let's friends in on secret. I started college as a physics major and I would have stuck with it, but chemistry is evil and hated me. Oh, that's interesting, Prax. I can see that. I feel like you've got a good scientific brain. Ice Bunny says, well, between high school and uni is the Folkhoek School, long courses in Denmark, and that was the freest school I was ever in because no exams. I grew big time on a personal level. Also depends on how you structure your exams. Javai says, I started uni right away, 19 in Sweden. But some of my favorite fellow students were well above my age range, yeah. Trooper, yes, Krellin, I do. I really want to try and do summer and winter courses to make the load. Oh, that's good. I'm talking. There's also a very distinct difference between high school education versus college education. There really is. It's super different. So comparing grades between the two is somewhat irrelevant. Oh, yeah. But people often think about that. Mr. Dream King. How you doing? Fantastic. Definitely not deteriorating at an alarming rate. Still got my winning personality and charm. See? Mr. Dream King, we really gotta talk. Oh boy, great. The hero's on our way here right now. And you're the very last overseer. If she kills you, that's the end of the world. Oh, wow. Really? Thanks. Didn't know that. Enough with this sass. We need the Earth Song from you. Before you're dead. Give Lala the last piece now. Okay. Sure. You will? No. You know, it almost makes me sad, realizing you will never get it. Because you won't give it. I don't mean the Earth Song. I mean, it. You've traveled all over the world now. You must have seen yourself. Everything is, falling apart. Everyone's losing hope. Those aren't just signs of the end coming. That's what the end is. It's inevitable. Collecting song pieces doesn't matter. And clinging onto the Earth Song is some kind of easy answer for all our problems. That's what's sad. The world was over before you even started. That's it? You want to just give up? On the Earth Song? It's impossible. Everyone and everything are moving apart. Always have been. Ever since the universe started, expanding, decaying. If the whole world could still act together as one, the end wouldn't have come in the first place. Look, I don't want it to be over either. I did everything I could to delay it. I broke the rules, but that made everything worse. The world outside turned ugly while I stalled. People are suffering. Making the world go on longer, it just isn't natural. You need to let go of it. Oh! You know, I don't think I told you this, but the hero has a name. The name is Willoughby. That's it. That's what it is. That's what it is. That's it. Wait, you're saying I don't need to read every single chat message? But. My art history teacher is the reason that I became one too, right? And people often don't get art history in high school. Perhaps like the color change is a concern. The meaning of life, the universe, and everything. The Dream King is an existentialist. Yeah. The cosmic wheel has made it cycle. Time to start a new cycle. No! The Dream King is such a Thanatos, yes. Prax, I get you with the chemistry. I had to redo Chem Level C due to way too much unlogic maths. I didn't do chemistry. I did computer science. That's what I did. Oh, the math I had no problem with. I just couldn't deal with some of the theory. Oh, that's interesting. C. Coldrake. Oh, no! Oh, well, there goes the counter. That was easy. That's the end then, right? Credits roll. Thanks for playing. I can't believe you did that, Audrey. Quit acting so surprised. You both did a great job getting in my way at every step, but in the long run, it was pointless. I win. You losers never stood a chance. Feels good to be honest. I almost wish it wasn't this easy. Yala told me about what happened between you. She didn't lie to you, did she? She believed in us. If you had just waited, we could have saved the Dream King. She told you that, huh? Okay, it's true. In the end, even Ayala turned on me. That's why I ditched her. Because she was wrong. And if you never understand that, it doesn't matter. It's over. I feel like that shaking says it's not. Oh, crap! Is it happening? I don't know. I think that's the Dream King. And... Oh, okay. There's a bar. That's more like it. I'm concerned, is what I'm trying to tell you. A real final boss. No, you're insane. That means we still have a chance. We have to stop her from killing the Dream King. I know that. One last chance. You, me, and the giant evil boss monster. Against one lone hero. Pretty good odds, right? Oh, Okay, hi. Oh, she kicked me. That was rude. I'm gonna... I'm being attacked. I'm being attacked. There, don't... No, here. She kicked me again. I don't know if I'm doing this right. I just need to sing. Sing, sing. Oh, she kicked me again. It's so rude. I'm hitting blue, right? I'm hitting these colors down here. Here. No, no. No. Ooh. Ah. Oh. This is stupid. I think I'm in some trouble. We can't protect the Dream King forever. Eventually, she's just gonna win. What do we do? That's a good question. Steal her sword. She can't do anything without it. Steal her sword? That's ridiculous. But, okay. You focus on distracting her. I'll go for the sword. Oh, ouch! Stop kicking me. It's rude. Here. Stop kicking me. No, stop kicking me. She kicked me again. I don't know if I'm doing a good job distracting her, but I'm trying. Maybe what I need to do is direct these stars at her. That's what I need to do. I got it. I'm directing the stars. Oh no! I got this. I got this. I got it. I got it. No, 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 no. There we go. Look, I'm doing cool things, everybody. I'm doing... Don't kick me. That's so rude. There, I'm doing things. I'm like, oh, there, right? Like maybe, I don't know how effective I am. Here, there. Ouch, stop it. I feel like I've got an idea of what I need to do, although I may not be doing it well. Stop it. There, go, there, and there. I feel like she's blocking me, which I think is rude, but I'm okay, here we go. There. I distracted her. Ouch. Stop it. No. No. Stop. Ooh. I need a no. Don't kill the Dream King. Don't you dare. You are not allowed. Also, stop kicking me. Do it. Steal it. No. Okay, this is not what I want in my life, right? Stop it. Here, no, go. Go, there, go. Yeah. Again, I'm very concerned about I'm very concerned. No! I just need to, like, you know, I feel like this is like, ooh, like I'm very concerned, everybody. I've got concerns. And no, I'm gonna, in the face. Oh, no, no, look, people, this is not what I want. I want her to not be killing the Dream King. And no, this is people. The Dream King's not doing well, and I am not stopping her with my special magic. And she's kicking me in the face. And I feel like this is rude. No. I just want to, you know, I feel like if I lean over in real life, it gets better. Why is she punching my stars? Maybe at least I'm distracting her, but I'm not knocking her unconscious. Or this is less good. Okay, wait, I've got this. And oh, ooh, no, people. I would like her to maybe not there. Ah, ha ha ha. I think I hit her. At least, oh, come on. Stupid hero. People, I realize I'm not looking at chat right now. It's because I'm a little distracted by this hero ruining my life. And, I'm trying to figure out how to, like, sneak it on her. Like, just, oh, she's really good. But she's not very nice. You know what I mean? She's, like, not a nice person. Oh, I got one. I got her there once. A little bit. Don't hit me. Oh, come on. Now, I wonder if there's a special trick. If you're telling me in chat what the special trick is, or, like, you have thoughts. No, I'm not seeing it because I'm trying not to be killed by her and kicked in the face. I also don't know how the Dream King's doing, but I feel like it's not good. Did I do well? I don't know if I did. No, come on. I feel like I should be like just like hitting her from behind or something. Don't kick me. Okay, I got this. Here we go. Oh, too late. No. Maybe I just have to throw my body. Oh, the Dream King's not doing well, everybody. This is bad. And oh gosh, look, it's not good. It's real bad. It's real bad. Just, oh, people, just, oh, I'm gonna just be up in her face. Oh, she kicks me in the face. It's fine. But, no. Look, it's not, it's real bad. It's real bad. I'm just bringing in the power of song, the power of, like, maybe what I need is the power of interpretive dance. Maybe this is my problem, that I don't have enough interpretive dance in my life. Also, she's, like, the Dream King's not doing well. I just, oh. Oh, what? Oh. No! Here. People. How come she's so good at dodging everything? Why? She's not been able to stop my plants so far. Do it! Do it! Do it! Yes! Yes! Crown's like, she's not gonna stop kicking you. Stop getting close to her, I suppose. Sing to change. Yeah, I was like, no, Prax, I love it. I love it. I was singing. I was like, singing a, do it. Don't move. You, Audrey. Which hit the stars. But the thing is, I had to use the thing to direct the stars to her. But then maybe I need to direct it to her and then change the color last second, maybe. Maybe that's what it was. Audrey, you losers, ruining everything. And I actually mean ruining everything. This is my quest. This is my story. Everything that exists is at stake. How dare you try to take that for yourself? How dare you to try to make it about you? It isn't. Audrey, you're special. What? I said you're special. Even if you weren't the hero, I mean. Audrey, you're super strong and super smart and really great at everything you do. I get why you were picked to be the hero. You deserve it. But that doesn't mean you have to do it. Being the hero is just a title. You can do whatever you want, and you'd still be special. I really mean it. Let's stop fighting. If you just give up on doing it your way, maybe you wouldn't be the hero, but I could learn the Earth Song from the Dream King and stop the world from ending. We could actually save the world. Everyone would be okay. And you'd be a real hero. Okay? It's a little marshmallow there. A little marshmallow. Little marshmallow. That's not enough. Oh, no! No! Oh! Oh! No! I dispute that. I dispute that. I dispute it. I'm disputing it. Point of order. I'm filing a complaint. I'm filing a complaint. This doesn't look good, everybody. This looks, I think how you would describe this would be bad. It's my thought. I think that's, and by the way, I just had to turn off I have like the dimming, and so yeah. Dear Dame Gevs, please stop making us win in gameplay and lose in cutscenes. Well, I'm gonna try to sing. It's not working. Singing's not working. Flag on the play. Unnecessary black hole. Nope. Can I talk to you? I cannot. Okay. Well. That's. I'm seeing some bad things. We're gonna go this direction. I don't know what we can do in this direction, but Lala is nothing if not persistent. There's a bell. We're gonna try. Oh. Crit Twitch, do not ask for whom the bell tolls. If I think you know. I think you know. It tolls for thee. I mean, I'm just saying. Sing it! Sing it, sister. Rage against that dying of the light. Look, says Krillin, all I'm saying is Era would not destroy the world without making sure there was someone there to sing the next one. Well, that's fair. Prax, it's a good one. It's a good one. Give me a second. Almost. There, almost. Oh, well, hold on. We're getting something slightly different. Oh, I think I need to get them going. Oh, there's a bunch of things here. It's fine. There. Right. And this one. Almost. It's like a little, like you gotta like, it's like tuning a receiver where you want to get the oh, almost. Did y'all know that I did electronic music composition as an undergraduate, and I spent a lot of time with sine waves. A lot of time with sine waves. We seem to be on totally different wavelengths. Hey, look, it's the whole world coming together. Oh. Okay. I feel like that was it, but it's clear not it. Oh. Okay. All right. Give me a second. What was that one? Oh, hello. You know, there's like a thing going on and I don't have it yet. Oh, I don't even know. Okay, well, come on now. What are we doing? What are we doing, people? Well, I'm doing something, but whatever it is not it. It's red. I need a lot of red. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm doing a thing, everybody, but I don't know what it is that I'm doing. But that's awesome. And I'm just, oh, come on. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, you know what? I have an idea. I have an idea that I want to match those. So I have to. Do you think this thing is automatically? Yeah, it's just. Maybe jump. Oh, I was jumping apparently, not singing, or maybe. Okay, all right, we'll just do jumping. We'll jump. I don't know if this is, we're jumping. We're jumping. That's it, we're jumping. Thought I'd be singing, but we're jumping. It's cool. Surprise. Jump, jump, jump to the rhythm, jump to the rhythm, jump, jump. Oh, what song is that? Jump to the rhythm, jump to the rhythm, jump, jump. It's 90s Euro disco, I'm pretty sure. Jump to the rhythm, jump to the rhythm, jump, jump. What song is that? Somebody give me some 90s Euro disco. Jump to the rhythm, jump, jump to the rhythm. CNC Music Factory. Yes, it's CNC Music Factory. Thank you, Anino. Anino, thank you. It is CNC Music Factory. Anino, how are you? Okay. All right. I got it. Anino, how are you? I've missed you. I think you're awesome. Anino, I think you're awesome. Just... Yeah, you're right, Jerry. It was percussion. Makes sense. I also think that's adapted. Oh, thanks. Crisscross. It is true. Crisscross also does make you jump. That is true. Also, Anino, I appreciate that you got me the CNC Music Factory just with that one little line. I appreciate that very much. It makes me know. Oh, Anino Gaming was like a wrestler. MMA, wrestler, MMA. We're gonna do it. We don't have the last song, but we're gonna do it. Guitar. I need this one. There, right? And then I need 2 more. Here we go. This one, maybe. Oop. There we go. And I need this one. Oh, I need 1 more over here, though. Okay, it's cool. It's cool. Oh, okay. Well, it's fine. I'm missing one. I'm missing one. Oh, we got it. Bird, friends. Got some violins in the background. I feel like I don't mean to I don't want to assume, but I feel like we're heading towards the end of the game. This is what I feel like. Ooh, my bug friends. I think this is like the Earth song, but I might have to guess. That's good, right? Song of the World is all the music you made in your travels. Yeah. Toad says, honestly, I keep being surprised on how much content they put in this. Yeah, but also so much thought. Like, so much thought and content. Look, y'all, I've got to tell you I'm doing a special thing on Sunday. I'll tell you later. Oh, everybody's performing. The world's coming together, everybody. Lala gets to be like super what's the word? Super marshmallow. It really does remind me of sine waves. Even Ghost Girlfriend, I know, even Ghost Girlfriend too. Do you know what I would do if I had infinite time and also infinite money? I would just go and build my own analog synthesizer. Almost had it. I would just build my own. There we go. Yep. You got it. I'd be just like sit there with a soldering iron, some circuits, and I'd just like make my own modular synth, and I would be really happy. I'm surprised you were so into sine waves. I know most prefer square waves. Well, but you want a really good sine wave to like as like your base so that you can start layering and then get different sounds. I like a good sawtooth. Actually, I mean, really, you have to use all of them, right? You know, all like if you had a really good mod, you'd have modular synth. You'd have like all four. Okay, everybody. Okay, this is us. I don't even know if I need to be there. I don't know. I don't even think I have to move. I think we're good. We're doing it. I mean, I would if I could do it. I would just do it. I'd just make a modular synth, and I could teach you all about modular synths because they're super cool, and like how you actually. They're really cool. I would do it. I would just need to, I don't know, have a slightly different setup, maybe. If I recall correctly, there's a scene very early in the game when you try to sing the world song or whatever, but don't know it. But if you do sing this song, there's an alternate ending right at the start of that scene. Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Wendy Carlos is amazing. Is that why Trooper's always off on a tangent? Yes. Okay. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Okay. Hey, I played Simon Says as a kid. I can do it. Okay, hold on. Here. Okay. I got this one. I got it. Probably. I probably don't. Oh, nope. Messed up. Sorry. That was not my fault. Nope. Gotta do it again. I jumped the wrong way. Soldering on stream. Oh, she's like, just saying like a little, like, that'd be awesome. The Giant Simon, right? Hey, Missile Monkey. All right, it's, hold on. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Missile Monkey, how are you doing? We're solving this game right now. Oh, I didn't even tell you. Jurassic World is our giveaway for today. We have a giveaway, and it's Jurassic World, which is a dino sim. I'm gonna give it away now. Have I ever seen Liz's setup? I have not. But I feel like I need to. Yeah, the underlying progression has changed. I want to talk about harmonic convergence and super hippie stuff, everybody. I feel like Dot would like this game, maybe. You know? Okay. Hello, Earthsong. Hold on. There we go. I got that one. But we need, oh, here we go. We need, pieces. And maybe also more pieces. This one will work. And then this one. I think Dot would like this one. Lizard has a... Right, Coldrake! First off, I just want to point out that Coldrake knows what I mean by harmonic convergence, so I appreciate that. I appreciate that very much. Yeah, I'm taking a break from my Fate campaign. One of my players is going to be out till December. Oh, hey, how's the Fate campaign going? Mr. Monkey should say more about it. Lizard has a 4x4 custom audio processing device that's very much... Ooh. And you only have 2 active players and all that. That's fair. Yeah, Eller, like, she's totally a closet hippie. I'm just saying I think she might like it. Ooh, do you want to know something about this? Is the opposite of harmonic convergence? I've got a music history thing for you that you might find really exciting or sketchy. I don't know. Like, you might. There's a thing that you might find super interesting. It's about Alexander Scriabin. I didn't think she was even that close. No, I don't think she is. I feel like we're doing well. Right? After her morning post, I think you're right. I actually don't think she's a closet. I think that she's a very open hippie. It's just all out there. That's true. Harmonic dissonance is not a good thing. I can't even listen to it. Okay, no, this is about Alexander Scriabin. And I want to tell you, but I feel like, hey, Miriam's getting our song on. Earth Song? Did we save the world? Was it Earth the Entire? It was. I think we did it. I think we did it. Maybe? I hope we did. Chromatic. This is the second or third time I heard that name this week. Oh my gosh. I'm so proud of you two. We did it! Wait, this game achieved the Coke mission? Nice. It did! I'd like to teach the world the song. Perfect harmony. Coldrake says, long ago, late 60s, early 70s, somebody took the solar storm charts for a year and converted it to a musical score. Side 1 was monotones and side 2 was harmonics. You know, there was some really cool hippie electronic stuff that was done in the 60s and 70s. Right? Did we do it? I thought it was over. We never got the last piece of the Earth song. I thought so too, but in the end it didn't matter. When you reached out with your voice, the whole world answered back, and Aya heard you. She saw you all working together just for a moment, and it was just enough to harmonize with her new song. What you sang wasn't the Earth song, it was something special that only you could have done. And even after an infinite infinities of universes beginning and ending and beginning again, I've never seen anything like it. That's why I'm so proud of you two. Nobody ever tried like you did. It wasn't even supposed to be possible, but you made it possible. You changed the rules forever. You gave hope to everything that exists. And that's just so special. Aww. Aww. I really love that sound, that song that was, oh yeah. Aww. Is it bad to hear Tommy Chong sing something like this? It is not bad at all. It is perfect. We won is what we did. We won with the song. I feel like that was really good. Oh, hello. Hello? Oh. Hello? Oh. Well, we're here. You said you wanted to check in on your friends, right? Just let me know when you're ready to move on. Oh. When he's not in jail again for some bogus drug thing. Yeah, yes. Yes. Hello, Purnima? Is it weird if I feel bad for that the hero didn't find peace? No, I don't think it's bad at all, Atomica. I feel bad for her too. I wish that... Maybe the fairies have become new gods. See, actually, Atomica, this is the thing I was talking about like earlier about sort of narrativism versus simulationism versus gamism, in that narrativism tends to want a satisfying ending, and a satisfying ending may be a downbeat ending, or it could be an up ending, but like you want an ending that sort of fulfills the arc, and there are things that are not considered satisfying. And that hero, having been set up for a redemption arc, not getting it, might feel to someone who's a narrativist unsatisfying, because there was a lot of work put in and effort and like building arc to give her sort of this, like there's like a closure that was built up to happen, and then it did not happen. So I think like if a person were very narrativist about it, they might feel a little unhappy with the fact that it didn't happen, and it also didn't not happen in a way that was narratively satisfying. Or it could be sequel bait, it could be, yeah. Coldrick says, Hollywood endings have spoiled us about wanting happy endings in every story, or a good tragic ending. I think I'm fine with the hero not getting redeemed because the main character gave them all the chances, yeah. It's not unsatisfying, it's just sad. That's just it to me. To me, it says that closure didn't matter. I never thought I'd see the day, but peace talks are finally happening between Chandesh and Rule. If only Hala were still here to see it. I'm keeping her intentions in my heart and trying to speak in her place here. It's never easy with Mother's stubbornness, but I suppose that was Hala's challenge as well. Aww. I think we need to get to the end of the credits before we assume. I actually think that's probably true, Rissa. We actually don't know whether or not we don't know if there's actually a final ending for Audrey. I think that's true. To me, it says you can give some folks all the chances and they won't take it, but in the end, the world goes on. It feels so bizarre, sitting here and talking to the Witch Queen, like she's just another person. We spent our whole lives afraid of you. Get over it. I'm not going to live forever. We don't have time for distrust. I just need to know my people will have peace after I'm gone. The Sky Temple was destroyed in the monster outbreak. It's too important a place to leave like that. Are you going to rebuild it? Well, I thought you people wanted the temple. Well, I thought you did. Well, we did, but until it got busted, and maybe we should rebuild it together. Yeah, like a symbol of our truce. That's a splendid idea. It's hard knowing what to ask for here. All we ever really wanted from you was to be left alone, I guess. Well, leaving me alone is what got us into this mess. Where our communication died, distrust grew. Until we lost all concept of your true intentions, we need the promise that we won't be alone anymore. We are here together, and that isn't about to change. So, if we are to coexist peacefully, we need to work together. It's you. I promised myself if I ever saw you again, I'd capture you and put you back in prison. But now we're in peace negotiations, so your counts of treason are currently suspended, I I'm pretty sure whoever wrote this was raised with Tolkien, because the overgod being named Ea and the world being formed by song is very Tolkien-esque, but distaff. I think that's a good point. Celestial harmonics was a thing long before Tolkien. Music of the spheres. Oh, it was. There was a whole thing about the music of the spheres, but Tolkien made it popular and cool in Elvish. Ea maps pretty close to Eru. I think. Oh, hello, boss. Hey, you made it back. We are keeping Chandesh safe while you were away. Safe. It was tough. The monsters just got worse and worse. Tough for regular old witches, maybe, but not for us. Nope, it really was tough though. Yeah, I guess it was pretty tough. But then, all at once, they just vanished. It was a miracle. They probably gave up after we fought them so hard. Something really special happened, I think. We heard your voice from far, far away. Well, more than just your voice. It was something huge. 1,000,000 voices all at once. Like that song you sang to the king and queen. That's how we knew it was you, boss. And all at once, everyone started singing along. It felt really powerful. Oh yeah, that reminds me. You actually have a really nice singing voice, San. Oh, thanks. It looks like the war is ending, so maybe Chandesh won't need protectors anymore. Yep, it's true. We were talking about retiring the masks. I'm ready to be just a regular witch again. I'm not yet. We could fight crime here at home. But I couldn't do it without you, San. Shucks. Pythagoras and Aristotle both spoke of the music of the cosmos. Pythagoras wrote a full dissertation. And the Pythagorean theorem, there's a bunch going on there with the music of the spheres that I want to. Okay, well, maybe I can just. Oh, hey, people. Did you just hear that? I didn't know this happened in the game. If I kneel down, my notes are lower. Well, that's kind of exciting, but also, what do you mean, thank you for playing? I'm not finished playing. There's like more epilogue. There's a house here that I would like to talk to, but I don't think I can because it's not doing it. Quintus Cerulean reads like a history book. I feel like I can't. I feel like that's maybe it.
Name game.
Oh! The name game. Come on, everybody. I said, now let's play a game. I bet you I can make a rhyme out of anybody's name. The first letter of the name I treat it like it wasn't there. And then a B or an F or an M will appear. And then I say Bo at a B, then I say the name, then banana, fan, or info. And then I say the name again with an F, very plain, then a fee, fi, and a mo. And then I say the name again with an M this time, and there isn't any name that I can't rhyme. Tadkill, 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 bo, bad kill, banana, fana, fo, fad kill, fee, fi, mo, mad kill. Tadkill, Thank you so much for the resub. Good evening, good humans. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Woo! Shame it took you to the end of the game to learn you at a lower register. It did. It happens sometimes. It just happens. Thank you so much for that resub, Tadkill. Coldrake says, the discovery of the precise relation between the pitch of the musical note and the length of the string that produces it is attributed to Pythagoras. There's a monochord, it's very exciting. The music of the spheres incorporates the metaphysical principle that mathematical relationships express qualities of tones of energy which manifest in numbers, visual angles, shapes, and sounds, all connected within a pattern of proportion, and also that there's also music happening in the spheres all the time. Yes. So I'll tell you about monochords in a second. It's very exciting, but I just really feel like I should be able to, I just feel like I should be able to get into this house. But What if I dance? Nope. Nope. I don't think I can. I think Pythagoras. 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 No. Prax. You tell me. You're a classicist. I've heard it pronounced so many different ways. And I've heard people say Pythagoras. I've heard Pythagoras. But I'm listening to you because you're a person that I listen to when it comes to these things. Pythagoras. Pythagoras. I believe you. I don't believe weird people, random people. We are all just energy vibrating. We are all our own songs. You get to the end of the game, then realize, wait, I could do that the whole time? Well, I play again with new knowledge. Ready to keep going? Yeah. Yeah. Triangle guy. Oh, we're gonna talk to everybody. People. This is good. I'll tell you the next time I can say it, the phonetic spelling isn't working. Oh. Pythagoras. 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 No, that's not it. Pythagoras. 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 Yeah. Because I have heard just way too many times Pythagoras. Pythagoras. Pythagoras is what I've heard people say Pythagoras quite a lot, but that is not how you're spelling it. So I was like, oh. Let's get through the credits. No, we're Pythagoras, I've heard, but that is not how you're pronouncing it. Wayfarer, it's been a time and a half, hey? I'm grateful just to be alive. After all we and the world went through, didn't think I'd ever see the capital again. And look, there's witches here now too. Everything's changing so fast, but after so much war, that's a good thing. Thanks, Phil. Finally, it's been so long. Hey, you know, we're here. It's the break between Attic Greek and Latinization of the name. Oh. Yeah, that's how to say it. But I'm spelling the phonetics in Greek and failing at Oh, Pythagoras is how I've heard it said in music classes. I think I'm ready for some wayfaring of my own. Gonna take my banjo and see the world. As well you should. Banjos are amazing. Any way I can, wayfarer. Because there's so much to do and so much to see. So what's wrong with taking the back streets? You'll never know if you don't go. And you'll never shine if you don't glow. Want to be like you, wayfarer. Traveling the world with a song in my heart. Making people happy wherever I go. Yeah. Everyone will know I'm coming by the sound of my banjo. Which is same. And they'll call me by a special name, like that guy Phil with the banjo. Yeah. That's the dream. That's the dream. Me and my BFF have been debating how long it would take you to get this far. Oh, who won? Who won the debate? This is what I want to know. Hey, now you're an all-star. Yeah. It was so scary. I thought for sure the world was ending. I'm glad it didn't. Good thing the hero saved us. She's the coolest ever. I wish I met her when she was here. Nobody knows where she is now. She vanished. I bet she wanted to live like a normal person now that the world is saved. She's so humble. Me, I would want to be famous. I really wonder what she's doing now. I want to be strong like her someday. You know what? I'm just not even. Pythagoras. As long as you don't play dueling banjos, that one messes with people. You know, dueling banjos. I actually don't play it. I have deliberately not learned it, although I probably should, because people, it's like dueling banjos is like Stairway to Heaven, you know? I don't get dueling banjos. It's banjo versus steel guitar. Yeah, it's banjo versus guitar, so it's not actually dueling banjos. Oh, that's Eric Weissman on guitar, and he's very good. He's very good. Pythagoras. No matter how I say it, I feel like Praxagoras will give me the teacher's eye. It's like, yep, thanks, Deliverance. Hello again. Did my flower come in handy? You said it was to save the world or something, didn't you? The world's still here, so it must have worked. My husband gave me that flower many years ago. It was a hardy one. I was protective of it since it was the last thing I had of him. But of course, that's not true. I have all of our happy memories together, too. The flower wasn't worth much by comparison. Giving it away now felt like the right thing. I was finally able to move on with my life. See, I even left the house. I'm in a wonderful mood, the likes of which I haven't been in for a long, long time. So, I made cookies. I'm sharing them with everyone today. Oh. The Rainbow Connection is the best, yes. I've convinced a friend of mine to learn Rainbow Connection on her banjo. It's a good one. That's a good song. I think actually we might not be able to get up higher, and that might be she went on to become Flea in the Red Hot Chili Peppers. She did, actually. It's a little known fact. That's actually true. Hello, animal friend. Aww. Oh yeah, Tripper, you have to know the. Oh, I do actually. I haven't played it in a while, so I'm super rusty. But yeah, it's such a good one. Aww. I think we go talk to Miriam. Ready to keep going? Yeah. Hey, Frog. Confirmed. You can pet the doggo. I feel. Yeah. Yes. The fairies become the new overseers. Oh. Hi, Miriam. Oh. I like the frog friend too. The frog friend makes me happy. Hey, it's me. The guy who was in the Happy Kid mask. Remember? Whatever. Got a new job now. I'll never have to wear that cruddy Happy Kid mask again. I'm finally putting my science degree to use. The factory's a lab now, have you heard? We're developing stuff that's gonna change the world. Oh. The Baron may have some wacky ideas about toys, but the guy really knew how to build a production line. His stuff is gonna take us far. This isn't gonna be a crappy factory town anymore. Chismet is gonna be at the forefront of technology. I can feel it. I'm still gonna tell you all about Scriabin, because I feel like y'all need to know about Scriabin. Like, for real though. I feel like if you don't know about Scriabin, it's sadness. It's my muffin. Are you finally moving back in with Mama? No? What a shame. Your father finally came home after all these years. He settled in completely right away. Now I can't get him to leave. I couldn't even make him come out to say hello. That's okay. I don't even remember what he looks like. Oh, Muffin. That's too sad for me to even think of. You grew up without a father's love. Maybe that's why you turned out like this. Muffin, even if you are very strange, you know your mama loves you, right? I wish I saw you more. And he'd never say it, but I'm sure your father's ashamed for never seeing you. We should all have a meal together someday soon and be a family again. And all we have in this world is each other, Muffin. Let's not let each other go. Okay. Is Mom's in Priscilla? Yes. Also, Mom. Wow. Wait, you find me strange? I'm just saying. Winston. Yeah, you came back. Me and Kona are doing great. We never would have come together without you. Thank you so much. I mean it. She taught me a lot about myself. Nobody in this town ever believed in me before you. But now, feels like everyone does. It's hard feeling worthless, and it's hard when nobody cares about you, because you can't control if they do. But you can control if you care about other people. Kona gave me someone to care about. I never had that before, but once I did, it made me feel so cared for too. Now that Alara's opening up a lab, I think I'm going to help out there. I've never done science before, but I want to learn. Being with Alara makes me feel so special. It feels like we can do anything with her. Puppers. Yeah, mom's like, I know cake icing thinner than how Mom was laying it on. Not sure if Dream Academy Life in Northern Town is appropriate. Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah. Hey, yeah, that's a good one. Oh, it's this one. Well, hey, no talking to this one. Don't even have to worry about it. Hey, Alara, let's talk to Peter. Mopey sad boy. Hawkeye. I need to tell you something. It's really important. Hawkeye. I cannot wait till I see you as Ananias again. That's what I wanted to tell you. That's all. I just wanted to tell you that I cannot wait to see you as Ananias. I just wanted you to know it. Those are my feelings. Those are my feelings. Because Ananias is awesome. Oh my gosh, I'm still thinking about that amazing scene between Ananias and Kelhello, which was like so good, so intense. You've returned. We've been toiling away here, and after our quest to destroy the factory, we had to create something to replace it. Miss Astronomer, that is, Alara, she has such grand vision for the city. I couldn't help but be taken up by it. I see Miriam here is here as well. Part of me wishes to speak with her again, but I suppose things are awkward. Miriam and I are on separate journeys. I can see now that it was never meant to be. If only I'd known the wisdom to know it when she did. My heart still burns for her, but in a respectful, non-romantic way. In the cold, dead city Chismet once was, Miriam's passion burned loud and bright. But now, the people of Chismet are free, and our dreams, which were once frozen beneath the snow, can finally thaw and bloom here once more. It is a new life for all of us here. Nope, that's it. Those are deep feelings. You should have seen the offline solo confrontation I had with her. So my character, look, I want to see this solo episode so badly. Anyone who doesn't know, I'm in a show called Witcher Family of Wraiths. It's over on Laugh Love Lindy's channel. It's GM'd by Greg Grimjack, and all of us had solo episodes before we all came together to sort of set up our character. And those, I don't know about anybody else's solo episode, but mine had stuff in it. It's kind of exciting, and I just want to see the solo episodes. That's all. Peter is that guy who never worked up the nerve to ever say hi to the girl he yearned for. Yeah, Miss Monk's like, that guy's harsh and might chill. I think Peter is lying to himself. Oh yeah, Hopefully he will eventually actually get over it. Greg, let us see the solo episodes. Trooper SJP, and now you know how your cast feels about those solo episodes. But here's the thing. They can go watch them after the season's over. They're on the internet. That's the thing. Nobody has seen the Witcher solo episodes, except for the one person in it. That's the difference. Like, you all have seen them. The cast can go watch them after the season's over. They just can't watch them during the season. That's it. but weaves that see, right? That's what I'm saying. My old cohort. How do you do? With the Baron stepping down from the factory, I've seized the means of toy production and repurposed it to be my new laboratory. Sorry, I was just saying Pythagoras in my head. That's what was going on right there. I just want you to know that's what's going on. Pythagoras. There is so much machinery in here, so much potential. We could use it to manufacture new technologies to benefit everyone. That's my vision for this place. One by one, all the stars went out until none were left. I was watching the sky at that moment. It sent a shiver down my spine. I was sure the world had come to an end. But then, all at once, the sky was filled with completely new stars, new constellations, new galaxies, a new hope for us. I don't know how long our lease on existence has extended, but it made me reconsider what I was doing with mine. That's what brought me to here. They say the stars guide our destinies, that some can be born under a lucky star, and some not. I think it's a load of sharkwuck. Pardon my language. But there's something poetic about a new sky of stars, isn't there? The old stars that guided us are dead, and now our destinies are in our own hands. We get to decide what will become of this world moving forward. Maybe that was always true, but now I believe it. I hope to create a good future. Aww. Aww. Rainbow communism. Yeah. Looking forward to Sylvie's solo tomorrow. Will it be as shocking as Oscar's? You never know. That's the thing. You never know how these things are gonna go. Ready to keep going? Yeah. Yeah, I kind of shut off the universe and turned it on again with song. Trooper, everyone, I must sleep. Oh, I'll see you, Atomica. Have a good evening. Do not forget you need to be done in an hour to help your student. Start shutting down at 9. I feel like it's good. It's good. I'll see you, Atomica. So question, if Muller's doesn't come out by the end of the season, would watching the solo episode affect a possible third season? Muller's secret. Secret. Okay. I'm going to say things right now out loud, but I'm going to be vague, just in case, right? Just in case. I'm going to be super, super vague, just in case. The secret. If the secret doesn't come out by the end of this season, because I don't know if it will or not, then I would ask them not to watch the solo episodes, is what I would do, because they really can't watch that episode. They cannot watch the episodes until after the secret comes out. Yeah, they can't watch the solo episode until after that secret comes out. That's just how it is. However, here's the thing. I don't know. I don't know how Oscar's not gonna have to. I don't know how Oscar. I mean, here's the thing. You never know. You never know with players. You never know with players. You just don't know what they're going to do. But here's the thing. I do not think that Oscar can keep his secret much longer. And here's why. If Oscar had the feelings he had, I'm going to be very vague. If Oscar had the feelings he had in episode 1 of this season, if he had the same feelings that he had in episode 1, then he wouldn't tell the secret at all. At all. At all. He just wouldn't share that secret. And I would just say, don't watch that solo episode, and we'll just go into episode 3 with whatever happens, which happens. But clearly, by the end of the last episode, his feelings have changed. He no longer has the feelings he had in episode 1, now that he's in episode 8. Right? His episode 8 feelings are now different than they are in episode 1 feelings. And not only does he have new feelings, he also has new information. New information that if the rest of the group does not know this information, the rest of the group may do some things that may not be good, that may be bad for the group, because the group doesn't know the information, because they have not gathered that information, they've not gathered that intelligence. So Oscar now knows some stuff that the rest of the players don't know. And the rest of the group is planning to do stuff that may not be long-term good for them. And Oscar knows information that he could tell them to maybe make it so that they don't make some poor choices. But in order to give them that information, he's going to have to tell the secret. So I do not, and also the rest of that crew, I think they're planning on doing some stuff. And I don't think that Oscar can keep it, because if he keeps it, then the group might do some stuff that's bad for them, you know? And I just don't think, with it seems how he feels, I don't think that he can keep that secret from them, because it will, I think that if he doesn't tell them, it will doom them, and I don't think he wants to doom them, you know? I think that's what it is. So I think that he's got a secret that he has to tell, so he can, like, he's got info and he can't give him the info unless he tells them the secret. And I think he wants to give them the info to save them. And so I think he has to tell them the secret. But the only problem is telling the secret, you know, yep. Yep. When has any gaming group ever done what was expected? It's real bad. It's real bad, Missile Monkey. It's bad. It's bad. It's not, it's not good. It's bad. Like it's bad. Ghostbusters, too bad. I'm just saying that the players who are not Oscar, right? Regina, Sylvie, and Tango have some ideas about things they want to do, but they do not have all of the information, but they are planning on doing it anyway. And it could be really, really, really bad. Oscar did not have the information either, but he just got the information in a solo episode. But he got the information through questionable means. And if he reveals the information, he has to reveal the questionable means. And he doesn't want, like revealing the questionable means is a problem, but the information's important. So he's sort of stuck in that position where if he reveals the information, he's got to reveal the questionable means. If he doesn't reveal the information, it's going to be really bad for the team. If he does, then he has to reveal the questionable means, and that might be bad for him. So he's got to decide what he's going to do. But I think he's going to say something, is what I think. I think he will. I can imagine a rapid fire exchange of fate tokens. That is also entirely true. If Oscar compromises information he has, he'll immediately be target. Yeah. So I'm just saying that I don't know. Okay, but wait, is the thing really bad? Canaris is a good guy, but here's the thing, Krellin. The rest of the team doesn't know that at all. That's the problem. The team has been talking about killing those people. Like, the team has been talking about, like, oh, we could maybe, like, take down Colette. We could take down, because they don't know who is doing what and whose motivations what, because they have not done that investigation to find out. And the way they're talking is, we can take down Colette. And so if they don't know what Colette's doing, and they don't look into it, then I mean, look, they're talking, that Mark Calvé guy, we should rescue him, find out what the deal is, and then take down Colette. And that may not be a great choice. Yeah, that's all. You know? That's all. I'm just saying that they don't have information that Oscar has, and Oscar might want to give them that information, so we'll see how that goes. I'm still waiting for the misorganized card catalog from season 1 to come back like Chekhov's gun. It turns out that was nuclear codes, and everything is destroyed. Our matey, it's been so long. Have you been adventuring? We've been on some of our own. The mermaids joined our crew now. We sound better than ever, matey. You've got to sing with us again soon. Crap, I missed something. I wonder if I forgot to watch something. Maybe. Hey, drummer boy. I came into this world with a dream to captain me own pirate crew. And when I saw me first mermaid, I had one more dream, to see her again. All me life, just to make those things real. And now they are. It's something special, matey. I feel blessed every day. This crew's more than a crew. We're a family. A family we all chose, together. And now that my dreams came true, I want to foster their dreams. That's what a good captain ought to do. And remember, matey, to this family, you'll always be like a weird cousin or something. What I'm saying is, you can come back anytime. We love you, matey. Oh, thanks. That's nice. That was nice of you. Yes. Regina has the papers to prove that Hitler had a real UFO. Spoilers, Coldrake. But geez, dude, I need subtitles for you. Right, he's just saying the things. Youngin, made it back in one piece, huh? I was worried. Didn't think you had it in you. Kids like you don't go far in this world. At least I thought so. Bet you've seen some things now. Maybe you're crusty as old Lou. Nope. You definitely ain't. I ain't one to leave the ship much, but the sky is putting on quite a show today. Ain't ever seen something like it. You gotta be careful for life's miracles. Thanks. Ooh. Penny. Can't keep any secrets. Huh. The bot of 500 beans is back. Business has been going well. While these bozos have been worried about mermaids, I've been keeping our bean flow strong. Money isn't gonna make itself. I mean, I haven't been all business, but mostly. I care so much about this crew. I want them to have good lives, you know? That's why I gotta be the one to keep her eyes on the beans. I like my job. Kept us going this long. It's so great to see you again. You gotta have a coffee with the crew later. Or, right. You and coffee don't mix so well, do you? Well, I've heard about this new thing. It's called, decaf? If you like terrible things. Ooh. Can't keep any secrets, which is weird considering my security clearance. Sure, unfortunately, the only way to power the UFO is through Tesseract, which is true. Missile Monkey, the best way to keep a secret is to keep it to yourself. The second best way is to tell one person if you have to. There's no third best way. Sure there is. Tell the person and then kill them. Wait, I didn't say that out loud. Here's the question though. How long will it take Oscar to tell the secret? That is a question that I do not know the answer for. But I will say this. I have been doing research for tomorrow's game into things. You know, things. Those things, Prax, might involve Corsica. Or maybe not. Who knows? Who knows? Might involve Corsica. We don't know. We don't know. Research might involve Corsica. Huh. Why? That isn't the silly one. Back for more, huh? Just kidding. The truth is, this whole crew's as silly as they come. I've been fooling myself denying the obvious truth. It's good to have you back. So, actually, I've been thinking about quitting coffee. Yeah, I don't sleep great on it, and it makes me feel anxious all the time. Haven't even had any today yet. The sky's exploding with glowing stars, so it hasn't been too hard to stay awake. Oh, well, that's it. Did Ben Franklin say 3 may keep a secret if 2 of them are dead? I think someone did. Someone did. Somebody was being spicy. Ready to keep going? Yeah. There's a right time for every secret. Only he knows what that time is. I thought Trooper SJP said research might be about corsets. Or Corsica. Now, my wife is now making coffee. Dude has sparkly murmly behind him. Lala never blinked. Nope, never once. Oh, we're gonna go this way. I'm just saying that, Corsica. There are things that are really interesting. Really interesting. And I want to tell you, but I'm not going to tell you. But the thing is, it might not come up because it's more Marseille than it is Paris, so I feel like I could tell you, but it is tangential, so I should just not, just in case. Jeb. Hello again. Remember that? It's the melody you wrote for my candy shop, Skipper. I wrote some new lyrics in case I ever saw you again. Brought the kids into the shop like crazy. Just like I wanted. Thank you. Hello again. Sardinia is cooler. Yeah, Prax, it is. It is cooler, but it is not French at the moment. I believe Sardinia is still Italian, but Corsica's French, so you know, Corsica. Hey, Cyclonus! Hey. Oh, I can't believe Delphi's still here. When we left, it really seemed like it was over for this place. I'm glad. I went and visited my mom's grave. I wish I could talk to her again. I've been around the world now, and I can't find my baby. I don't know why. Why he's gone away. I don't know where he can be. My baby. Playing my accordion. Just like her. I think I'm getting pretty good, too. I wish I could show her. I wonder what she would think of all of it. The world changed somehow, didn't it? There was a time when everything was bleak, and it felt like all the spirits of the world were close. But it's not like that now. It feels more stable now. Peaceful, even. I don't feel the same fear I used to. But I do miss feeling her so close. Well, I know she's still out there. I just hope I made her proud. It goes very well, Cyclonus. We're like finishing the game, right? Marseille is great, but hearing people butcher Versailles is a pastime more fun than baseball. Mm-hmm. I hope part of the research is about how Switzerland was able to keep free from the Nazis. Mm-hmm. He needs to finish talking to all the people in the credits. Missile Monkey, if you like hearing Versailles pronounced wrong, Versailles, you need to come here to Kentucky. Missile Monkey's like, I live in Louisville. Louisville? We have a town that pronounces it wrong. Versailles. Hey, sir. Who knew we'd find each other again in Delphi? We didn't think we'd ever be back here. And you neither. But a miracle's happened. Hey, Delphi's shining brighter than ever. And we're back from an adventure around the world. It feels like the spirit is back. We're gonna play some shows here they never forget. Looks like your journey's about over too, eh? You gotta sing with us again. What do you say? Totally, but not right now. I haven't been home in forever. I want to have some rest, but I promise I'll be back. I'll hold you to that, Asa. The whole band misses you like crazy. I couldn't stay out of Delphi for too long. She's my town. My kind of town, Delphi is. She gave me so much growing up. Maybe I've been all over the world now, but I wouldn't have gone anywhere if not for her. I owe a lot to this place, and I'm gonna keep giving back, because I'm sure somebody out here needs my help too. Thanks, Manny. Lafayette. Arkansas is like that, Barantor. We have our own handful of European towns that get butchered. Oh, Lafayette? Fayette County? Kentucky has cities around the world. Versailles, Baghdad, London, Lafayette. Viola. It feels good to be back in Delphi. It's the same classless dump as before, but I've gone through a transformation. I played my heart out on the world stage. I've soared like an eagle. Being here reminds me of how far I've come. I have to thank you again for bringing the band together. Manny's rough around the edges, but he gets gigs. And Ash is a downer, but their accordion sings like an angel. And then there's me. We make such a great team together. You'll sing with us again someday, too, won't you? We're having a bit of a comeback tour here. Back in the Crazy Raven again. So perfectly full circle. And after that, who knows? It feels like we could go anywhere now. I'm sure we will. Oh. Ready to keep going? Yeah. I wonder how many played this game and stopped and missed the entire Hello to the New World segment. That's a good question. I always wait to the end. It's all because early pioneers wanted to attract settlers from out east by being very metropolitan names for their towns. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, those cities are the only way I can say I visited those cities, even though I don't travel. It's interesting because there's a whole thing about Spanish pronunciation in California, in like the West, because we say Los Angeles, which is not how you would say it in Spanish. Sepulveda is like in Los Angeles, there are a lot of Spanish names for city names. Sepulveda, and that's not how you pronounce it. But then again, in California, we say rodeo, which is how you would pronounce it, but then people in Texas make fun of us and say it's rodeo. They think we're being like, like putting on airs. We do say La Jolla. We don't say La Jolla. We say La Jolla, so that's all right. Like there are a bunch of it's like they can like whether or not it's pronounced like in a more Spanish way or a less Spanish way is a little bit inconsistent in California. Is what I would say. Is what I would say. Just a little. Oh, hey, my friends. Hi, it's my troll friends. I like them. My troll friends are pretty awesome. Yeah. Is that why Oklahoma has a Miami? I think one of the big things, or as it's pronounced here, Miami. There's a big deal with so there's a deal. It's not Arizona, it's Nevada. That's what it is. So the people in Nevada, although I don't know if all the people in Nevada, but many people in Nevada pronounce it Nevada, but I've always pronounced it Nevada. And apparently it's not cool to pronounce it Nevada. You have to call it Nevada. But I just am not convinced that everybody pronounces it Nevada. But I do know it's a thing that like if you're like a politician or whatever and you're like going to go to Nevada, and you call it Nevada, then like no one will vote for you or whatever. It's like a thing. It's a thing. Try this one. Biloxi, right? Biloxi? What about Nevada? Nevada. Yeah, where do you live? I live in Nevada. Nevada. Chromatic, I only know that because of the play Biloxi Blues. Ooh, it's good to see you. Miriam has told me so much about you. She did? Oh my, yes. She cares about you so much. And you made her feel a kind of warmth she never had before. She might never tell you that, but it meant so much to hear that from her. She's such a lonely girl, you know? Thank you for being there for her. Uh-oh. I had no idea I'd ever see you two again. Of course, I hoped, but the situation was so hopeless. All I really wanted was another baby. She's gone tomorrow. All that she wants is another baby. Hey, was for Miriam to see the world again and make a friend before she lost the chance to ever do those things. I'm so much more grateful for that than I am for the world being saved. I knew right when we met that you were someone special. This world can be so dark. We need people with the courage to smile and to look out for the lost and lonely. There's so many who need help, like Miriam. We all need a bit of love. Talk to Miriam now. Ready to keep going? Yeah. What? You're leaving just like that, Miriam? After bringing your friend all this way? That simply won't do. Ask if they'd like to stay for dinner. You want to stay and have dinner with us? That sounds nice. Uh, in California, we call it Nevada and South Carolina. Huh. I live in the East Bronx, central. I live in the East Bronx, central Nevada. Lots nasal, slight southern twang. Think we have both types of music, country and western. Nevada. Yeah, but the game quotes one pop song and now everything's a pop song. What am I gonna do? What can I do? What am I gonna do? Tapping his back to my arthritis. Ooh, Tadkill, I'm so sorry. Ooh. I hear Lovell. Louisville. There's like a whole thing. Like I know that people from Louisville don't pronounce it that way. There's like a thing, like a Louisville sort of thing, like in the back of the mouth sort of thing. Miriam brought her friend home for dinner. I don't think I've heard that on that one, Missile Monkey. No, I have heard something like it. That's probably the same thing, and I'm not writing it right. It's kind of all smashed together. Nevada is Fantasy Nevada. Louisville. Americans refuse to admit they're a local. Oh, they're totally local dialects. I don't even. Or as we like to say it, the Ville. Oh. So. This is goodbye, huh? Just for now. But we're gonna hang out all the time. Right? I hope so. Oh, hugs! Hugs. I'm tired. Me too. We came a really long way together, didn't we? Yeah. Thanks for saving the world with me. Yeah. Thanks for being my friend. Okay. Bye. Oh. Oh. Just maybe what happens if we... Oh. Hey, everybody. There's a thing over there. We could go in there. But I don't think we should right now. I think we should go and see if we can find Mim. Is what I think. So that's what I think. That's my thought. Ooh. Well, okay. I don't. Okay, so we're here, and that's a thing we did. No. I don't think we can go anywhere. Well, maybe the bird should just follow me this way. That's all. Yeah. Wait. Oh, Lala, kiss the girl, cue singing crab. Yeah. There are a lot of Native American names around here, and hearing them all out of the Touters pronounce them is always, well, yeah. So here we go. Oh. Oh! Hey! There's stars in the sky, everyone. If I stop singing, I think they're going to go away. Side note. Hey, stars. You know what they say? The stars at night are big and bright. Deep in the heart of the world song. Yeah. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. Yes. think I have to go in my house. I think I have to go home. I guess it's the same here in Canada. Like, you can tell someone is new if they pronounce the toe in Toronto. Really? It's Toronto? Oh. Huh. My entire state is Native American name. 4 out of 6 states I lived in are Native American. Almost 9. Yeah. The new stars, new constellations, you can make new ones. Yeah. I'm snoring. I'm snoring. You can now access scene select. La 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 la. Me 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 me. Do me fa so. La 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 la. So we finished the game, everyone. That's very intense, and I don't even know what to do about that. We just finished the game. It's over. It's been 3 weeks since it's something, whatever. Something. Sorry. Hot like wasabi, I make mad rhymes, just like Leanne rhymes, because I'm all about value. By the way, I think that is not a good rhyme. I do not think you're allowed to rhyme rhymes with rhymes. I disapprove of that one. That rhyme I disapprove of. That's what I'm gonna tell you. I think that's cheap to rhyme rhymes with rhymes. That's my feeling. I suppose they're being ironic, but that is my feeling on that one. Like, I just don't think you get to. I feel like it's still cheating. I feel like it's still cheating to rhyme rhymes with rhymes. Those are just my feelings. I finished the game. I did. I finished the game. So we're probably gonna do we've got maybe, I don't know, 2 weeks or something. Probably like 2 weeks or something before we start Overlight. So I'm gonna figure out what we're gonna do. That's my hot take. Crit Twitch knows that was my hot take. Yeah, so there are a couple of things to talk about right now that I want to share with you and chat with you about. First off, we have a giveaway. It is Jurassic World, and I'm gonna just tell you now, just make sure you say something in chat, and then in 5 minutes, because I'm not gonna get off in the next 5 minutes, I know that, I will do the giveaway, and then you can win Jurassic World. And that is a thing that will happen, and I'm very excited about it. The next thing is, do you want to talk about how there are 2 kitties napping my bed? Aww. Aww. So this game, Wandersong, I liked it. I thought it was very good. I understand why it was nominated for excellence in narrative, because I think it's really good. I think that's a really good game, and I like it. What if you rhyme rhymes with Leanne rhymes? No! No. Hot like wasabi, I make mad rhymes, just like Leanne rhymes, because I'm all about value. And I just don't feel like that's a good value. I think that's a bad value. So I manage the sales operation for Gannett on the West Coast. Reno is one of my markets. Locals from rural environments said Nova, like at, but heavy stress. Huh. Yeah, there's a break in pronunciation in urban environments with higher. Although it's weird, right? Because, yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. Well, wasabi isn't hot either. Really? Wasabi's not hot? But they're synonyms. It works. Wait, wasabi's not hot? It isn't? I mean, I haven't had wasabi, so I don't know if it's hot or not. I imagine it's hot. Depends on if you get the real stuff or not. A lot of wasabi is just dyed horseradish. Huh. Oh, isn't that hot? Oh, I see. Huh. You know, it's interesting because how we use the word hot is interesting to me, right? Because do you think of spicy as hot? Like, do you think of ginger as hot? Or maybe people don't. Yeah. Because I was thinking when people say spicy, when people say spicy, they mean hot generally. Like garlic is a spice. Or I suppose cinnamon is a spice. Cinnamon is a spice. And people say, ooh, that's spicy. They don't really mean that it's full of cinnamon. They tend to mean that it's hot. So, yeah. I have 3 minutes. I've got a second. All right. So here's what I'm going to tell you 2 things. 3 things. I'm going to tell you 3 things. 1. I don't even think jalapenos are, well, that's fair. Went to a restaurant and my sister was munching on edamame and dad said, try this. It's like dipping sauce. It was wasabi. And yeah, it is spicy horseradish. Hot, okay. So here's the thing I want to tell you. 1, it's about hot like wasabi. I make mad rhymes, just like Leanne rhymes, because I'm all about value. There is a song from the 80s by a band called Gene Loves Jezebel. And the song is called Jealous, and the rhymes are really bad in that song. And they're so bad that I remembered this song, and that song was, you know, a couple years ago in the 80s, just like a couple years ago. And I'm going to sing for you some of the lines of this song because the rhymes are bad. And it goes, let's see. Who's such you, Pepe? I like you a lot. You are so beautiful, and that is a fact, yeah. I'm sorry, like, they rhymed a lot with a fact, and, yeah, okay, I just feel like just because you mispronounce the word doesn't really make it a rhyme. Those are just my thoughts on that one. And then they did I said something through the cloudy sky. It makes me happy, makes me proud to be alive. Yeah. It's just like I'm just trying to tell you there are a lot of bad rhymes in that song, and it's just like bad pronunciation, and I don't get it. However, I mean same amount of syllables, but yet on the other hand, Terry Clark rhymes the word rain with strings. And actually it works because she's got this like really heavy twang, and it's a country song. So she's like, you know, I could wash my car in the rain, change my new guitar strings, right? And like that works because like it's fine, but like nobody says a lot and a fact in any way similar. So like I just don't, that one I don't buy. 9 p.m. Do you have it? Yes, I'm doing it. And the name game. Come on, everybody. I said, now let's play a game. I bet you I can make a rhyme out of anybody's name. The first letter of the name, I treat it like it wasn't there. And then a B or an F or an M will appear. And then I say bo at a B, then I say the name, then banana, fanner, and foe. Then I say the name again with an F, very plain, then a fee, fi, and a mo. And then I say the name again with an M this time, and there isn't any name that I can't rhyme. Volpez, 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 Bopez, banana, fanner, fofopez, fee, fi, momopez. Volpez. Thank you for that resub, Volpez. I appreciate it. And fun fact, there are different types of rhymes. One type is where the first syllable rhymes and not the last. Like there's also like slant rhymes. So look, I promised you 2 more things to tell you, right? The second thing was Scriabin. And we're going to do our giveaway. Scriabin was a composer, turn of the century, last one, Russian composer. And game giveaway, eat, yes. And it was, so he was this composer, it was like really avant-garde composer, and he wrote a piece of music this is really important because what I'm giving each and every one of you a plot hook for your campaigns. So Scriabin was writing this piece called not the Hypogeum, because that's over in Malta. What's it called? I'm not gonna be able to handle this. We cannot go anywhere until I tell you this. Hold on. It's called I have to actually mention not Sunday, actually Saturday, it turns out. It was called the last piece. His last piece was called, come on, and he never finished it. It was called, did you know his daughter, by the way, was a member of the French, Scriabin's daughter was a member of the French Resistance, by the way, just so you know, just in case you care. No, it's called his daughter was a member of the French Resistance, which is pretty awesome. No, wait, I have to tell you the name or I will have a problem. It will not work out if I cannot tell you. It was a piece of music that was never finished. He never finished it. And the thing is, so he died before he was able to finish it. But the thing is about this piece of music that you were supposed to play it in a certain location, like maybe on a mountain in Tibet or whatever. Like there was a whole thing. And if you played it properly and completely, the world would end. That's it. So there's a piece of music that if you finished it, it was supposed to go and end the world, but he never finished it, which is good for us. But what I'm telling you is that is a plot hook where actually he did finish it, and there's a manuscript out there, and you've got to stop it from the performance being performed and like the world being destroyed, right? I'm just saying, awesome plot hook based in history. There you go. And that's it. And then the other thing is, I'm just going to tell you the end of it all. And the end of it all, Mysterium. Boom. That's it. It's the Mysterium. That's what it is. It's a multimedia interactive stage work. And it wasn't ever finished because if it ever got finished and performed, the world would end. It's called the Mysterium. That's what it's called. It's a plot hook. You want it in your campaigns. I want it in mine, just not in the City of Light and Shadow. It was supposed to be performed in the foothills of the Himalayas, is what it is. And it was a week-long performance, and then it would end the world. And then the human race would be replaced by nobler beings. So I'm just saying, I feel like that's my next plot for my Cthulhu game. So Toad, steal the plot hook. Do it. It is all Cthulhu all day long, right? This is what I'm saying. I'm just giving you all love because I care. And that's, if I as a music history person cannot give you a really obvious plot hook for your creepy games, I don't know what else I can do. So I'm going to do the giveaway, and then I'm going to tell you where you can find me because I've got news about this. It is big news. And then I'm going to get some food. So, by the way, who is going to get Nightbot, who is going to get Jurassic World, our Dino Sim game? Toad! Hey, Toad, don't make it bad. I'm going to give you right now, right here, right now, I'm going to give you Jurassic World, which is a Dino Sim game. You're going to get some Dino Fronds, and I'm going to give this to you right now. I'm sending you a message. Congratulations. And I really appreciate you all taking these codes because I cannot play all of them, and I'm very glad. So thank you. And now I'm going to end the stream by telling you where you can find me next. And where you can find me next is a little complicated, and here's the deal. Here's the dealio. Tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern time, Eastern coast of the United States, you can, which is like GMT -5, I think. You can find me at Love Laugh Lindy's channel for the next episode of Aether's Walkway. which is a sci-fi game run by White Rabbit Pick, and I am a streamer and in trouble and maybe a clone of myself. It's hard to know. And then you can find me at 7 p.m. on this channel for City of Light and Shadow, episode 9 of 16. Which is Sylvie's solo episode, and we're gonna learn some. Ooh, and I've got a really great promo that I'm gonna put out a promo tweet right after I get out of here, with the voiceover made by Frithiel, who's our great artist, graphic designer, and it's gonna be Sylvie's solo episode, and their stuff is what I'm trying to tell you. GMT -4. Oh, GMT -4 right now. That's fair. That's fair. And then Saturday. Okay, I hope you're ready for Saturday, everybody. Get ready. Get ready. Saturday, from noon to 3 on my channel, Eastern Time, I will be playing Outer Worlds, although not from noon to 3. To be honest, it's gonna be from noon to 2:30. So noon to 2:30 on my channel, 2:30-ish, noon to 2:30, Saturday on this channel, Outer Worlds, from 3 to 6 or so. From 3 to 6 on Encounter Roleplay. Am I lying to you? It also did what's going on with my stream. Hello, stream. Hello, stream. Hello, stream. Are you here? Okay, you're here. Okay, I think it's just that one over there. So okay, good. That sounds amazing. So Saturday, from 3 p.m. to about, I don't know, 6 o'clock, I'm going to be over at, I believe Encounter Roleplay is where I'm going to be. I'm pretty sure that is the case. Encounter Roleplay. And yeah, I'm gonna say Encounter Roleplay. Yes. I'm going to, they're doing a Halloween thing. And I'm going to be over on Encounter Roleplay playing a game called Stille Nacht, which is set in the 18th century, and it's like a story game where there's a ghost and murder, and apparently whenever people play this game, they cry. So I'm excited to find out if I'm going to be a crying mess from 3 to 6 p.m. Saturday over at Encounter Roleplay. And then from 8 to 11 on Saturday, I will be in The Regiment, which is run by Prax over on Prax's channel. And yes, Prax? Prax, what is it? I'm gonna go eat. Yeah. It's gonna be a busy Saturday. I just wanna say, you streaming with Susanna Grace is really crossing the streams for me, Trooper. Hey, I've always wanted to play with Susanna Grace because I think she's amazing. I was like, she's cool. I want to play with her, and now I get to. And then Sunday, I don't have any games. Monday, 3 p.m. Eastern on Encounter Roleplay will be more of Game of Thrones for the North, which includes Prax, and it's run by Susie. And then you'll find me back here on Thursday. I think that's all. And so that's it. I'm going, but you can, if you want to, you can follow here on this channel. You can also subscribe if you like. Importantly, we have a Discord. You can come to the Discord and you can chat with us. We also have a special Discord, a spoiler Discord channel that the cast of City of Light and Shadow does not have access to if you want to talk about The Secret. And if you want, you can find me also on Trooper SJP. YouTube is the archive of the shows. You can find me at Academic Foxhole on Twitter. You can also find my Patreon, which is Academic Foxhole, which is to support the RPG shows on this channel if you would like to do so. And I believe that is everything. I think that is it. And so I am going to no, I do it so bad. So yeah, I'm not doing, if it says Shilling Lock on the calendar, I've got to fix that, and I will do that right after order food. But I'm going, and and I'm going to be hosting Critical Role tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern. If you want to hang out and watch Critical Role in a chat channel that does not have 50,000 people, you can hang out with us. I'll be putting that host up a little bit before 10 o'clock. And I'm now going to get some food, and then I'm going to go and advise a student on her final paper. at 9:30 because the work of the professor is never done. Thank you everybody for being here. You are all great. We just finished Wandersong, and I will say thumbs up to that game. That was really good. We have a visual novel we should probably play next, but I might stall a little bit until after Overlight. We'll see. That's it, everybody. I will catch you on the flip side. Thanks. Bye.